In this video, we'll be discussing how to build a simple postcard. So first, let's navigate to our postcard products. Here we can see all the available templates that we have for our postcards. Today we're going to be discussing our 4x6, which is F421, which is a postcard that many of you have been using for some time. The things that we do today in this 4x6 could also be applied to the 5.5 by 8.5, just a larger version of this item. All right, so let's click the View Details. Now remember that you're going to have to fill out all the general requirements for a mail out. You can visit the Frequently Asked Questions section for a video or documentation on how to do this or what all is required for us to mail out your product. But today, let's just click Customize Order and go straight to customizing our product. So we can build this postcard in a couple of different ways. We could just add a text box and type in or copy and paste in our information and then bring it in there, which is fine for a really simple postcard. But remember that currently our text boxes are not dynamic. So everything that we do applies to the same throughout the card. So if we don't have the ability to just underline one section or bold one line or anything of that nature. So everything that you do applies to everything inside the text box. And again, that's fine for a simple one that you didn't have much to, but if you have a more nuanced or complex postcard, there may be a better way to do that. So let's delete this text box. So many of you have currently probably have a Word template. If you don't, we can help you build one of those. And so what you can do is sort of set the postcard up the same way you always have in your Word template or whatever, and then save that as a PDF. And then you can simply bring that PDF into this product and lay it directly onto the postcard. So let's discuss how we do that. So we can bring that PDF in a couple of different ways. One, we can navigate to our image asset area like this, and then go to My Images. You can see here where we can be prompted to upload an image. A shortcut to that, though, is just clicking this little plus button down here, also in the image asset area, for uploading images. So let's do that. Here you can see it brings up a navigation window for us. We're going to navigate over here to our postcard that we pre-built. Once we do that, you can see that it brings in a little thumbnail of the actual item. Now we want to lay this onto our postcard. And here's how we're going to do that. We're going to add an image box by clicking the little camera. Then we're going to select that PDF that we pre-built and brought in. Here we have our cropping window where we could change the dynamics or crop down to one part of it or whatever. But in this case, we're just going to leave it whole and hit Finish Cropping. Now you can see it brings in a small version of that, so we need to grow it to fit. So we're just going to grab a corner and drag it out until it fills up our area. Okay. Now you want to make sure that you stay inside this outside line. So this outside line is the crop line. Anything past this outside dotted line has a potential of being cut off when the product is actually printed. So the best course is to stay inside this inner line, but you definitely don't need to go past this outside line, okay? Now we can move this around and center it up as we need to just by grabbing it and moving around with our cursor. We could also use the arrow keys on our keyboard to tap it around for subtle movements. And now we can either save this product for later and come back to it. We can hit Finish Editing. And here in our finished editing, we can see our postcard. Remember that what you see here is what is going to be produced in the final product. You could download a proof at this point if you needed to send it off to someone for approval, or we can click the Accept Conditions button because we're ready to check out and hit Continue. This is going to move it to our shopping cart. You can visit our Frequently Asked Questions section for other videos and helpful tips on, say, on the checkout process, or again on the initial requirements in order for us to mail your product out. If there's not a video on a subject that you need questions or answers to, please reach out to us at the Contact Us button and make that suggestion. Or if you have any other suggestions for the website, please let us know. Thank you.